In this video, we're going to go ahead and replace our upper bumper bracket located right underneath your headlamp behind your bumper. With the hood open, you want to go ahead and remove our air intake port right here. You're going to use our trim tool and pop the plastic button securing the front of this. Pop this button over here. Put those two buttons aside. Now we can go ahead and lift up on our air intake tube. We want to pull it out of the rubber seal right here. Set it aside. Let's go ahead and remove the 7 plastic push pins holding our radiator cover in place. Using our trim tool, pop up the center of the buttons. And do this for the rest of them. Once we have all those out, go ahead and lift up the cover here and set it aside. Let's remove the 2 10mm bolts holding the top portion of our grille. On the inside edge of the bumper, there's going to be 2 Phillips head screws. Going to use our screwdriver. Let's loosen and remove these here. Once these are out, go ahead and repeat for the passenger side. Along the bottom of your bumper, you're going to have a series of these plastic push pin clips. Let's go ahead and use our trim tool and pop these out. Now our particular vehicle is already missing a series of these here, but if you do have them, pop them out, remove them. If yours are breaking like ours, you may have to source some new replacements. Our particular vehicle has a couple screws in here. Starting on either side, the driver or passenger side, you want to reach in on the edge of the lip here, and you're going to pull the bumper out and away from the fender. What you're doing is disconnecting the bumper itself from the bumper mounting clip in the back, and then go ahead and continue the way around underneath the headlight. As you're doing this here, continue the process around into the passenger side. Now that we have both sides disconnected, let's go ahead and grab that bumper, reach around behind the grille, and support this. Go ahead and pull it away. Let's go ahead and replace our upper bumper bracket located right underneath your headlamp. There's 2 10mm bolts, one on the outside right here. Loosen and remove that. The other one is at the other end right over here. Let's go ahead and loosen and remove that. There's a third 10mm bolt going vertically up into the base of the headlamp assembly. We're going to go ahead and use our gear wrench, put that up in there. I'm going to loosen and remove that. So we switch over to a regular ratchet here. Now we have the clearance. Got to remove that bolt, and we should be able to go ahead and pull our bracket out. Just going to hold our headlamp. wiggle this piece out, and there you have it. We'll go ahead and work our bracket in between our headlight and the mount right here. So we're going to pull our headlight out just a little bit. Work that unit in just like so. Go ahead and get one of our bolts started. Now I went ahead and we used an extension in our swivel socket. I'm going to put this bolt vertically up and into the bracket. And we'll line this up with our headlight. Okay, run that bolt right up in there. I'm just going to pop our ratchet on our extension here. You just want to go ahead and snug that in there. You don't want it super tight because you're just anchoring the bracket to the bottom plastic headlamp assembly. So just snug that in place. We'll go ahead and remove our extension in our socket. Go ahead and get our lower bolt started here. And we're going to spin that in. Get that started a few threads. All right, once we have that snug, let's go ahead and tighten up our outer bolt. Right. Once that snugs out, about a quarter turn. Once that bolt is tight, we can now go ahead and install our bumper. We'll go ahead and bring our bumper up to the vehicle. What we want to do is try and line up the bottom edge of our bumper here underneath our light assembly. I'm going to try and bring this into place. Now the bumper itself will lock into tabs underneath your headlamp assembly. Line that up, and then our bumper itself will line up on the edge here with the fender. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in our bumper side here. And then this will line up. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same process for the passenger side. We have our brackets here for our upper portion of the grille. Install the bolt here on the driver's side. Once that's started a few threads, go ahead and repeat for the passenger side. Now I'm going to tighten this down using our hand ratchet because we're going to be anchoring plastic to metal. We don't want to over tighten this and crack the plastic. Once that bolt bottoms out, just give it a little bit more. And go ahead and repeat for the passenger side. Go ahead and install your inner well liner to the inside of the bumper. Now you want to get this underneath here, and it can be a little bit hard, so you can go ahead and pop the side of the bumper out just a little bit. Go ahead and get that underneath. Secure that. Now we can go ahead and get our screws started. Go ahead and snug those in. Now that the driver's side is complete here, go ahead and repeat for the passenger side. And install your plastic push pins in all of our holes here for retainers. Push that button in. Basically, we're going to continue around the perimeter, installing all of our plastic push pins. Do this until they're all installed. Any of the spots that you have a bolt, simply go ahead and snug those down. You want to make sure that your radiator cover here, the little tab is underneath the chrome part of the grille. And install all of your plastic push pins. Install your air intake tube. Work that into the rubber ring here. Go ahead and line this up, and we're going to install our plastic push pins, securing this in place.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.